We're getting news about three Dalit boys who were stripped and brutally thrashed for allegedly stealing a motorcycle. These three boys were tied to a tree, as you can see on your screens right now. They were thrashed, they were stripped and then paraded naked. This incident took place in Chittorgarh area of Rajasthan. This is about 350 kilometers from Jaipur. These three boys were accused of stealing a motorcycle that belonged to a man from an upper caste. Now, the police eventually intervened in the matter and released the three boys from the angry mob. 5 villagers have been arrested so far. The three boys belong to the Kanjar tribe, whose members usually live outside the villages and towns as they are not socially accepted by other communities. Okay, we have now with us Congress leader Sachin for more on this. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to us on India Today. This is really an appalling incident that has come to light. Can you just tell us what action has been taken against those who, were found guilty of, committing this atrocity against these three young boys?
I think the norm in Rajasthan today is that atrocities, especially against Dalit people, have become an everyday occurrence. This beating up of minor children who are allegedly have stolen someone's motorcycle is again a blatant example of the kind of governance we have in Rajasthan. The police has actually turned a blind eye towards all these people resorting to medieval justice. Beating up of people in broad daylight, stripping them naked, especially someone who is a minor person, whatever may be the accusation. But the rule of law has completely been abandoned in Rajasthan, and the BJP government is actually responsible for the rising crime against Dalits, whether it's rapes, whether it's atrocities like the ones you've been showing. It's absolutely appalling. Even for a human angle, let the culprits be booked under some IPC violations, but why should people be allowed to beat Dalits up in the name of getting justice? It's absolutely unacceptable. We, as President of the Congress Party, we've taken up the issue in Jaipur and Chittorgarh, but I'm just telling you that this is not an isolated incident. It is happening every day in different parts of our state, and the Chief Minister of the state, who is a woman, should take much more sensitive outlook towards such atrocities. This is happening not just in Chittorgarh, but in various places across the state.
All right, sir, you yourself are, a respectable politician there in the state. You have been in the state for so many years, governing most parts of it. But tell us, how really will the Congress party be taking, cognizance of this very shameful matter that has come to light? Now, you yourself are, admitting that this is not an isolated case, and this is one such case that has come to camera. So are you saying that such incidents like these are happening without, anyone not taking action against those responsible for it?
Some instances like these get national attention because there's a visual and someone is able to upload these things on social media. But there was a girl called Delta Meghwal who was actually raped and murdered just a few days ago in Bikaner. Now, these things are happening on a daily basis, but we in the Congress party are just trying to make sure that there's a rule of law. The government of the day is actually not accountable. The assembly session is on. We have taken up the issue on the floor of the House. We are doing street protests. We are taking up young people to make sure that they know what their rights are. But Rajasthan ranks, I think, in the top 2 states of atrocities and crime against Dalit people. And this has become, not an exception, but the rule in all places. So these incidences, I think, reflect the kind of mindset the government is ruling. They have a huge mandate. They have 165 MLAs out of 200. But there is no sensitivity. There is absolute a blind eye towards all such instances. And we in the Congress party are going to demand justice for not just this incident, but all the other wrongdoings that are happening against Dalits. We are having a big rally on 13th of April in Jaipur city, a Dalit Mahasammelan, to raise voices against the crimes against Dalits. And the Congress party remains committed to preserving the rights and security of our Dalit brothers and sisters.
So, you said that your party will be taking up this matter very seriously, and this incidents that we're seeing on our screens right now is not an isolated one. It's been happening for years together. Then why, has your party not been able to sensitize people, to inform them that, committing an act like this is absolutely unacceptable? Because I believe that this tribe, members of this are usually outside villages. They're not even allowed to enter the city.
The social structures, whatever they might be, it is the job of the people in government, who are holding important positions in the government, to ensure that the law is established. Now, whatever may be the social practices, it takes time to sensitize. But my point is that if this is happening much more now, because there is a blatant misuse of power, people from higher societal echelons are doing whatever they want, and the administration and police is under their pressure. It's happening because the governance of the centre in Jaipur, the capital of the state, there is absolute acceptance of such incidences. That's why there's a rise in such incidences. I'm not saying it didn't happen before.
Right.
But last 2.5 years have seen an exceptional rise in such incidences. That's why on 13th of April, we are raising a strong voice against this in Jaipur city, and we are having all our Dalit people come together, and Congress party is going to support them and make sure that the government of the day listens to the voices of the poor, especially the Dalits.
All right, Mr. Sachin Pilot, thank you so much for speaking to us and sharing your views about this very shameful incident, that is coming in from Rajasthan, where we are seeing these 3 young Dalit boys being stripped and brutally thrashed for allegedly stealing a motorcycle. These 3 children were tied to a tree, as you can see on your screens. They were thrashed, they were even stripped, and then they were paraded naked. This incident has been reported from Chittorgarh. It is an area in Rajasthan that is, just 350 kilometers away from the capital of Jaipur. The 3 were accused of stealing a motorcycle that belonged to a man from an upper caste. Now, what we're getting to hear is that the police eventually did intervene in the matter, and they released these 3 young boys from the angry mob, and 5 villagers have also been arrested. But clearly, as we can see, this evil practice still being, continued in some parts of Rajasthan, and we are seeing how, these 3 young children were subject to such cruelty. We have with us now India Today Sharath Kumar for more on this. Sharath, can you just tell us, what action has the police taken against those who tied up these children to a tree?
Police has arrested 5 persons involved in beating and thrashing these 3 children. But Avantika, as we know, that it's a social problem. There's a mindset in this area that they looked upon this Dalit caste. There's a perception that Kanjar community from which these 3 boys belong live on stealing. And just because of fear of that these 3 children are roaming in the village, they can steal bike. They thrash them and beaten them. As I gather information from police, even police is denying that these small children has come to a village to steal the bike. They are saying that just because of apprehension, the villagers gathered and they started beating them, and just this is a crowd mentality that they tore apart their clothes, tied to a pillar and start beating. In the meanwhile, some person from the Dalit community, a person from Dalit community informed to police, and police came to the village and they set them free. But still, the Dalit community leaders are blaming that a lot more of people are involved in beating and thrashing them. Not only 5, and police, they are demanding arrest of all persons involved in this case.
Sharath, I was speaking to, Mr. Sachin Pilot a short while back. Now, he, of course, was blaming the state government for a rise in such incidents. Are you also seeing that this trend is only, becoming more obvious in the state of Rajasthan, and, such atrocities against people from the lower caste are only on the rise?
Yeah, Avantika, it's visible. Today, a father who lost her daughter just because a person from upper community raped her and killed her. He appealed to all Dalit community persons that don't send their daughter to school after 10th. This is really appalling thing, and he was heartbroken father urged to this Dalit community people. So this trend is already rising. We can see in Bikaner, thousands of Dalits are protesting from 5 days, and today government made another arrest. So this is really visible everywhere in the state. That's why Congress is trying to make it political issue, and they have convened Dalit Sammelan on 13th.
Absolutely. A very shocking incident of caste-related violence being reported from Rajasthan. Sharath, thanks so much for joining us and getting us up to speed with the very latest updates. Now let's... In breaking news coming in, the centre is to withdraw its appeal from the Supreme Court against the 2006 Allahabad High Court verdict, holding the Aligarh Muslim University as a non-minority institution.
Very weak. Footwork correct? Hi, this is Kohli, very weak. Maintain this, huh? Hi, this is Kohli, very